Apologies, I've not actually posted a vlog in a while. I think my last vlog was way over a year ago now. However, last year marked my 9th anniversary on the platform, and if you're wondering, yes, that is me as a noob. As you can see from my Roblox profile, if we scroll down to the bottom here, it says that I joined in 2009, because I joined on the strangest date for some reason. I joined on the very last day of 2009, the 31st of December. And what's weird is that, luckily enough, I've transformed from just your average everyday Roblox player to a game developer on the platform. And when I joined Roblox, I had absolutely no idea that I would still be here 10 years later working on the platform, developing games for you guys to play. So rather than showcasing my recent games, such as like Sharkbite or backpacking or bowling, we're going to hop on the time machine today, and we're going to go back to the first ever things that I modelled as a kid with absolutely no knowledge of the platform or game development in general. I've never ever revisited the first ever place that I made in 2009, so it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I'm here on the My Creations page where I can see all of the games that I've made in the past. Now, for some reason, Roblox doesn't organise these games in chronological order, so I had to do a little bit of research first to find which one of these games was the first ever game that I made in 2009. However, you can see all of the things that I've worked on in the span of 10 years here, starting from my recent projects, which is like Sharkbite, a castle that I made for university, Disneyland Paris. This is where you can see like my maturity go down. We've got the spooky scary skeletons disco over here. One of my biggest games back in the day was called Monorail Crash, where everyone literally jumps onto a monorail
and the monorail falls down a big waterfall and crashes.
Train crashes. That was also very popular for some reason back in the old days. I don't know why. Blowing up giant
people was also really popular too.
However, looking at those is for another video.
The 2009 game, which was the first ever place that I made, was this one right here, the Marble Ride Storm for iPad. So as you can see, this place right here was actually created in 2009. This was my first ever place. However, you will see it as the Marble Ride Storm for iPad. And this is because in 2012, maybe 2013, yeah, 2013 was when I last updated it, Roblox wanted to use my place as a test for their iOS devices. So when Roblox wasn't even out for mobile or tablet, this was one of the 5 testing games, one of the very first games Roblox actually used to test a mobile and tablet interface. But this wasn't the first place I ever made, because I wanted to make it in my 2009 place, because that was like my main place, because it was my first place. However, there is a way, if you go into configuration, where you can reset your place to previous versions. If you're wondering why this game is inactive, so only I can play it because I'm the owner of it, it's because Roblox updates tend to break a lot of old games, so this game is more than likely broken. That probably explains why it has a 5:7 ratio right now. So just before I revert it back to my old place, this is what it actually was. So this was the game, and the aim of the game is that you had several levels here. This was the one of the first games on iPad, and you had all these levels to select. So if I go to, let's say, hard, you would spawn on this track, and you had to navigate around this track using this ball without falling off. Although I think it is broke, so if I recall, the ball doesn't actually fall anymore, so you can fly around and
defy the whole point of the game.
So that's why I've shut it down, but that's what Roblox updates do to old games, sadly, so I had to shut them all down. But anyway, let's go back to the very first game I ever made. And as you can see, I have 29 pages of version histories, with over 283 updates in this place. So I've been updating this one game constantly, probably because back in the day, I think Roblox only allowed you to have a limited amount of places, so I would have updated this all the time. Alright, after lots of spamming, I have found it. So here's the first ever place that was created. However, this is more than likely just a default place. As you can see, I didn't actually update it until the 5th. Yeah, as you can see, I've been playing with this a lot on the 5th and the 6th of January. I've never ever gone back to this, by the way, so I have no clue what to expect. Alright, here we go. Let's go. I'm playing. I have no clue what to expect. I think I remember what the first thing I ever built was, but I've not revisited it since. Oh, it's loaded. Oh my goodness, what is this? So this was the first place that you started off with. Oh my god. Oh, what is that? Holy moly. I remember this now. So you're probably looking a bit at this and thinking, what on earth is that structure, this big tall structure? But let me tell you, this is the world's largest diving board. So there's like a huge staircase that takes me all the way to the top. Yeah, so this staircase, you might be thinking, well, how on earth do you get up this staircase? Where are the stairs? Well, the thing is, back in the day, Roblox had a bizarre glitch where if there was parts, maybe a stud or two more, close together, and they were piled on top of each other, when you jumped, your character would actually clip, and it would start walking up and up and up. So instead of spending the time to have stairs, you could just use these glitches. So I really want to get to the top of this diving board, so I'm going to use a little hacky way around it, because obviously the stairs don't work anymore. What you can do is change a variable in your character's humanoid called hip height. Change this to like 100. Yeah, my character starts to fly a little bit, like that. And this should take me all the way to 100 studs high. I think that's more than 100 studs high though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that variable. Let's change that to 1000. I think 100 is the highest you can go.
Okay, so the way to get around this is that I went into Roblox Studio and I myself put a spawn at the top of the diving board so that I could eventually reach it. And after doing a bit of research, a bit of searching around the place, I actually found these little houses that I built. And it was interesting to know that I built these houses with the Roblox tools in a mode called build mode, rather than using Roblox Studio, so that's why they appear really blocky. I also found another tool house, which you will see has very, very detailed assets inside, such as this table, what is clearly a drink, and a very fancy bed.
I really like the colour blue because I've completely recolored the Happy Home in Robloxia house to blue. You can see I was kind of experimenting with the platform, using hinges. Maybe I was trying to make like a play park or something here. And here's a little room on top.
He needs some milk.
Okay, thank you very much for watching the vlog. I'm sorry that it's the first vlog in over a year. However, I'm going to roll out some more videos this year. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video, because it would really, really motivate me to make more content in the future. I am now going to play the very highly anticipated Kingdom Hearts 3, which was delivered while I was filming this video. Oh, I have waited 14 years for this damn thing. 14 years. So I'm going to go right now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.